Hi, my name is Clinton Gorsuch. We're here today at the Yolo Bypass Wildlife Area outside of Sacramento. We're here today to talk about the Pacific Flyway and the waterfowl that use it. And in particular, we're going to talk about some of the different habitats that the waterfowl use on their migration from Canada down to Mexico. And we're also going to identify some of the main species that are abundant in this area. So we'll go ahead and go on in and see what we got going on. So this here in the background is an example of a flooded rice field. Throughout California and what a lot of the Pacific Flyway is, especially through the Central Valley, is a lot of these flooded rice fields after the rice farmers harvest, they'll flood, which helps them decompose their leftover from the rice, and it's also a big feeding ground for a lot of the ducks. So a lot of the ducks will be in here. It's hard to see, but there are a lot in here, and they'll just go down to the bottom, get some of their food, and then they'll go back to their different spots to hang out for the evening. So this is an example of a rice field that has not been flooded yet. Due to the drought that's hitting California right now, this is what a lot of the rice fields look like right now. A lot of the farmers are waiting until to get some rain to help water these fields, because it's just too expensive for them to do it on themselves. So unfortunately, a lot of the Central Valley is dry right now, and a lot of these rice fields are just waiting for water. And so once we do get water, hopefully these will be filled up and there'll be a lot more feeding grounds for the ducks. So this here in the background here is your natural flooded pond. A lot of the brushes areas throughout California, once they get rain, they'll get flooded, like this area here. And it has a lot of tule grass and duck grass in it, which the waterfowl really like and they'll feed off of. And certain ducks will feed off of different plants that are in different types of the vegetation throughout here. And they also will go down to the bottom and eat different vegetation off the bottom as well. So this is one of probably your second biggest waterfowl habitat in California after your flooded rice fields. So.
I'm meeting my buddies out on the lake. We're headed out to a special place we love that just a few folks know. There's no signing up, no monthly dues. Take your Johnson, your Mercury, or your Evan Root and fire it up. Meet us out at Party Cove. Come on in, the water's fine. Just idle on over and toss us a line. Fast tractors, bail liners, and a party barge strung together like a floating trailer park. Anchored out and getting loud all summer long. Side by side there's 5 houseboat front porches, astroturf lawn chairs and tiki torches. Regular Joes rocking the boat, that's us, the Redneck Yacht Club. Bermuda's flip-flops and a tank top tan. He popped his first top at 10 a.m. That's Bob. He's our president.
So this here is one of your natural ponds that hasn't been flooded yet. Just haven't had the water here for them to be willing to pump more water onto it to sustain it and keep it flooded. So once we get a little bit more rain, this will also be a flooded pond also, and you can see they have the tule patches in here already for them, and the dirt has the duckweed in it that the ducks will enjoy eating. So this here is a picture of the Pacific Flyway. This is the route that the birds migrate from North America down into Mexico. As the snow comes into the North America, and cold weather hits, it pushes the birds down along the Pacific Flyway. Eventually into Sacramento. We haven't had too many yet since it has been too cold, and eventually down into Mexico. So some of the ducks and waterfowl that are abundant here is your greater white-fronted goose, also known as your speckle belly. They're a brownish looking goose. You also have your Canadian goose, which most of you are probably familiar with. They're something that you see a lot of. Then you also have your snow goose. They're a whitish goose, still about the same size as your Canadian and speckle belly goose. Then for your ducks that are abundant in the area, we have your mallard with the green head and orange feet. It's a duck that most people think of when they think of ducks. Then we also have our northern pintail, also known as your sprig. It's got the long neck, brown head, and the long pintail coming out the back. And also we have your northern shoveler, which is one of the birds that is very abundant in the area right now with their spoony type bill, orange feet, and green head. And then the last bird that's fairly abundant in this area is going to be your teal species. You have your green-winged teal, which is your most abundant with its cinnamon head and green stripe on its head. And the green-winged teal is a little bit smaller than most of your other ducks. So this here is one of your examples of a flooded timber area. This is an area where you're going to find a lot of your wood ducks, where you will find wood ducks in California. But like I said earlier, we don't have as many areas like this on the Pacific Flyway. You'll find this mostly throughout the central Flyway, throughout Mississippi. But we do have some, and this is where you will find your wood ducks. And also some of your dabbling ducks will hide in here. Little mallard holes will hide back in here, just kind of be secluded out away from predators and whatnot. So that concludes our tour of the Yolo Bypass Wildlife Area. I hope everyone had a good time enjoying seeing some of the stuff that they've got going on out here. Hope you have a better understanding of some of the waterfowl and some of their migration routes throughout California, and also some of the abundant ducks that you'll find in the Sacramento area. So I hope you'll come out here sometime and check it out for yourself. Have a good one.